Hello friends, so today we are going to solve this question which is lead code 347 top k frequent elements. And if you see, this is also asked in many farm companies. You can see it here. Let's go through the problem first. So given an integer array nums and an integer k, return the k most frequent elements. You may return the answer in any order. So for example, we have been given one nums array of integer and there are total 6 elements. 1 comes 3 times, 2 comes 2 times, and 3 comes 1 time. So if we know the frequency of the highest element, so if we see here, the most frequent element is 1, which comes 3 times, so our answer is 1. And second frequent element is 2, which comes 2 times, so our answer is 2, because they are just asking top k frequent element. In this case k equals 2. And here I want to show you, it says your algorithm's time complexity must be better than order of n log n, where n is the array size. So we'll go through this one also. Let me tell you the approach which we are going to solve. In these kind of problem where you have to store frequency of the elements, you need a map. So we'll create a map which will be basically integer to integer. The key will be the element and the value will be its frequency. So for example, in this case, map's first element will be 1 comma 3, which is basically telling, so this 1 is the actual value, so this 1, and it comes 3 times. Second will be 2 comma 2 because 2 comes 2 times, and third will be 3 comma 1 because 3 comes 1 time. So we'll create a map first. Why we need to create a map? Because they're asking us to get most frequent element. So somewhere we need to know how many times this number comes. So to store that value, we will create a map. So this is our first data structure. And whenever you see in the question where you see k most or k min, in these kind of question, heap is a data structure which we will mostly use. In Java, heap is implemented as priority queue. So we'll use priority queue data structure. Whenever you are asked to create k most, in that case, you use a min heap. I'll show you the reason and why we'll do that. And whenever you see like bottom k or min k kind of question, you can use the max heap. And let me show you one example, then I'll tell you how it works. So in this example, we have this map created, and then we are going to create a heap of size k. In this case, k is 2, so that we'll at the end we will just convert heap to array and we can return the answer, because return type here is integer array. And as I told you, for top k elements, use min heap. So in this example, we'll create a heap. So first we'll loop through all the keys of the map. So in this case, the keys are these left values, which is basically 1 2 3, and we'll first insert first key in the heap, so it will become 1. Then we'll insert the second value, which is 2. So in min heap, the parent element is always minimum than the both children, so 2 will come here. And the third key is 3, so we will insert 3 into the heap, so 3 will come here. Remember, this is a min heap. Now what we will do, based on the k, so as soon as our heap crosses size k, we will extract the value from the heap. So what I mean by extracts, we will use poll function. What that poll function will do, it will take the top element. In this case, this is 1, so it will take it and put it out, and then it will readjust this heap and it will convert it to something like this. Because 2 is smaller than 3, so 2 will become parent and 3 will come as a left child. And we'll keep on doing this thing. And at the end, we'll just convert back this heap to an array. So in this case, it will become 2 comma 3, and we will return it. So did you notice why we used min heap to find top k elements? Because the parent is minimum, and in top k you don't want minimum, so you will extract first the parent, which is the minimum. So this way you will make sure the heap will contain the top k, because anyway you will extract the minimum values from the heap. So as we discussed, first we need a map to basically store element and its frequency, which is integer to integer. We can call it as frequency map. And I always tell you during my videos, make sure to use a good variable name which conveys some meaning. It should not be perfect, but it should not be like only map or m or something like that. At least give it some name. We will also need one heap. In Java, as I told you, it is implemented as priority queue. So we will create a priority queue of integer, and I will call it as a min heap. Now let's discuss what this priority queue is. So as we see, this priority queue will be kind of integer. because anyway we will be creating this heap based on the element, but we cannot directly use the element to create min heap, because in that case it will not be created based on the frequency. So in this example, if I create a min heap, we will get 1 2 3. So how we will tell this min heap to create min heap based on the element's frequency? So in that case you have to pass this comparator operator here. So what we can say, if you receive two elements, then you need to compare the way which we are going to define and create a heap. So what we want to do, we want to get the value of this current element from the frequency map. So I will say frequency map dot get a, and then subtract it from the frequency map of b. First thing what we need to do, we need to update the frequency map, and this is simple. We just need to loop through all the numbers and we need to start putting into frequency map. So we will say frequency map dot put, and we are putting num. So key is the number itself, so here it's num. And what is the value? Value is the frequency. And how we will know the frequency? Check if this number is already present in the frequency map. If it is present, just increment the value by 1. And if it is not present, it means we have to start from 1. So there is a function in maps dot get or default. So what it does, it will try to first get the value of this num from the map, and if it does not find this number in the frequency map, it will default this answer as 0, and then we can simply increment it by 1. Now second part, we have to now create our min heap. So what we can do now, we need to loop through this frequency map, and as you know, map has key and value pairs, but we have to loop through all the keys. So there is already a function in map which is called dot key set. So this will give us all the keys of a map. So what we can do, for, and we know key is integer, so for int key in all the maps key set, we can just loop through. This key set will return all the keys. So in this example, it will return 1 2 and 3. And then what we need to do, we can simply add this key to this min heap. We have already written here how this min heap will calculate which one is minimum. So basically this is the based on frequency. So this min heap will take the key, go to map, get its frequency, and will decide which value to put. Key. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to check if the heap size is greater than k. In that case, we can remove the value from heap, because we are going to create our resultant array from this heap, which should be of size k, because we are only asked to return top k elements. So there is no use of putting values in the heap greater than k. So what we will do, we'll check if after adding the key to min heap, the size of the heap is greater than k. In that case, just remove the value from min heap. So the function is poll function. So this code will make sure always our heap size is k. Now we just need to create a resultant array. You no need to put this much big name. Any smaller name is also fine, but for now let's use this name. And the size of this array will be size k, because we know we are creating a heap of size k, and the answer should be also size k. Now we can simply loop through index, and we can update this array with min heap dot poll, and at the end we can simply return this array. Let's check the answer. Okay, this is index. Okay, let's submit it, and this is done. Now let's go through the code and understand what's its time complexity first. Okay, so this is the first loop, and here we are looping through all the numbers in this nums array. So if there are n numbers in nums array, so this will be order of n. Here we are looping through all the keys of the frequency map, and as I told you, in worst case scenario where all the numbers in the array are unique, it will be again same as the size of the nums array, so it will be order of n. And this part is interesting, so let's focus here. Then we are adding an element to heap. Because of a small optimization, we are only storing k values to heap, so that will make heap operation as order of log k, and this looping can be order of n, so this is order of n log k. And if I come here, this is order of k in this case. So most of the time complexity will come from this loop, which is order of n log k. So this is our final time complexity. Now let's discuss the space complexity. So we are creating a map and min heap, and again this map can be up to the size of nums array in case all the elements are different. So this will make it order of n, and here the min heap will store k values. We can say the space complexity for this min heap is order of k. So our complexity will become order of n plus k. So we can say its program's runtime complexity is order of n log k, and space complexity is order of n plus k. So that's it, my friend. That's all for today which I have. I am creating some more videos on coding question, and as I told you, I am creating some on design also, system design. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.